If you want to get insanely rich inside of the friendship update on Grow a Garden, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to be showing you the most effective ways to get rich inside of the new friendship update, also formerly known as the Busier Bee Up. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this video. So obviously, we know that there are two different types of currencies, and I'm going to talk about how you can get rich with both currencies. So basically, the best way to get honey and the best way to get regular money. So stay tuned. Both of these methods will intertwine though, and you'll be able to make a ton of money using basically the same method on both sides. So let's get right into this video. The very first thing you need to do is make sure you have a bunch of bees for the honey. We need to get as many as possible. Make sure you're feeding them. We have to get money. We have to get food and all this to feed them, and we need them to be leveled up, right? The more bees, the better, because the more pollinated stuff you can get. So that is obviously extremely important. So once you've done this, you want to make sure your entire farm is pretty much pollinated, and the more bees you have, the more likely that is to happen. It is really easy to do, especially with the new pollen radar gun that we have already seen in a bunch of leaks, and you guys probably saw in my full update video. If you haven't checked that out, check that out at the end of this video, because I show you pretty much everything that is inside of this update that you may or may not have missed. So make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, back to the main point of this video. So again, upload as many of these as you can, get a ton of honey, and then you'll be able to buy a lot of interesting items that are now in the seed shop. So we're going to be going over the new best, most effective way to make money and honey inside of this up. So obviously we've taken a look at the hive seed fruit, which is still really overpowered. If we go ahead and sell one of these hive fruit seeds, let me go over here. So a normal hive fruit is going to sell for around, I think 100,000. Okay, 70,000 by itself, which is really good. Then we have this pollinated one with a couple other mutations, I think, and it's at 130,000. And as you guys see, you get the point. This is a really overpowered item. But what if I told you this is still not even the best item in the up? We all know that the sunflower is the best item, but I'm going to be showing you the way to abuse it, and also a couple new items that will also help you make a ton of money fast. So if we take a look at the sunflower, the base sell price for the sunflower is going to go ahead and be around 135,000, 130,000, something like that, which is absolutely insane. We take a look at the new items that have been added to the bee shop right here. We take a look. I want to trade honey. We're going to see the nectarine seed and then the lavender. I'm going to buy a bunch of these lavender seeds because I want to show you how overpowered these can be and how they kind of serve a similar purpose to the bamboo. So if you're wanting to make a ton of money super quickly, this is a really good strategy. So you're going to place down all your lavender seeds like so. I only have a couple of them, but they do take like 6 minutes to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and get a gear item sprinkler thingy, but I'm going to show you a method that will literally help you make so much money, because these lavender seeds are actually pretty overpowered quick money. So I'm going to buy a watering can to hopefully speed up this process a little bit. Watering can, it has 21 uses, so we should be good to go. There we go. We're just shoving this on all of them, and they should be pretty much all the way done growing. And once they have finished growing like this, our next goal is to try to be getting as many mutations on this as humanly. So the best way we can do that is obviously waiting for things like the bee swarm to happen, night events, all of that, especially when the update comes out. You're going to want to be online when the update comes out. Wait, shoot, never mind. You're not going to be online when the update comes out. You won't be able to use this when the update comes out. Never mind. So your goal is going to be to try to get as many mutations on this as humanly possible. So the best way to do that is to AFK like this. Let me show you the base sell value for these lavender plants and why these are going to be so overpowered later on in the game once they've got some mutations on them. So we have the lavender plant. It's literally a 3/6 size, and it sells for 42,000. Each one of these sells for, so they sell for a ridiculous amount. I'm going to sell my inventory real quick, but yeah, these sell for a ridiculous amount of money. So if you get a bunch of mutations on them, they will make an absurd amount. And that is one of the best methods to make money. However, that is not the best method to making money in this update. That is a great method, but not the best. So let's go ahead and get into the best method. And that's going to involve flower packs and a bunch of items that have been in this game for a bit of time, but you still need to abuse them while you can. So I'm going to buy some more lavender pack. Fun. But yeah, the flower seed pack is what you need to aim for, because this is where we're going to be able to get the sunflower seed out of. It is a 0.5% chance to get the sunflower seed. However, guys, it is very much worth it. And if you use a grinding method that I have showed you for honey, it will make it a lot easier. I've already harvested mine, but you're going to want to try to get as many sunflowers as possible. Hopefully put as many mutations on them as possible. My garden is a little bit smaller here on the test server. If you use some methods similar to this, you should be cooking up pretty well. Get a bunch of sunflowers. These are the strat. Let's see if you use the sprinkler method on these as well, you're going to make an absurd amount of money. Combined, the two best money making methods that I would recommend is getting a ton of sunflowers and a ton of these hive fruits, and then a bunch of lavenders, getting tons of mutations on them and literally farming the crap out of them so that you can make as much money as possible. Now in this update, there aren't any other like new seeds or anything like that, but there are some new cosmetics. However, none of these actually like apply mutations or anything like that, so kind of useless for now. And there also is no new either. Use this method while you can. This is the best method to get rich inside of Grow a Garden in the Busier Bee update, or the friendship update, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, make sure to check this out. Use this method to make